The Henderson Silver Knights offseason is in full swing, and one of their newest additions is forward Mitch McLain, and he's kind enough to call in to introduce himself to Silver Knights fans. Mitch, welcome to the Silver Knights family, and we're excited to see you this fall.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really excited. It'll be a different winter for me for sure. So I'm pretty excited to see what it's all about.
Mitch, you're going to be going into your seventh full professional season. Silver Knights fans will remember you from the last couple of campaigns with the Calgary Wranglers. What was the process like for you this past off season, this free agency experience in choosing Henderson?
Yeah. I think we've kind of had talks in the past back and forth about potentially being there and what it would be like. And then being a free agent, it kind of one of those things where you explore your options and it all comes at you pretty fast. And I've got to lean on a couple of guys that have been there in the past, and a few of my old teammates. So it's something that came together pretty quickly, but I knew enough about it and was excited enough about it that just jumped at the opportunity.
I've always thought of it from both ends of the spectrum. Being a free agent, on the one hand, there's going to be something potentially new. There are life things to figure out. On the other hand, you have a lot of people, calling your phone and telling you how great you are. Was being a free agent fun, or was it anxious?
I mean, the first part of my career, I was a year-to-year guy, and I've been lucky enough to get some multi-year deals here in the past couple deals. So you try to just do what you do best, and that's work hard and be ready when the opportunity presents itself. And you try not to stress and worry about it and enjoy the summer as much as you can.
Well, you mentioned in the early part of your career, year to year, now more established. And part of the reason for that is not only do you bring a feistiness in your game, but offense too. You've had 16 or more goals in three straight seasons. How have you kind of evolved as a player over time?
I think that it just kind of settled into what I am or what I was back in college. That kind of got me noticed, and you got to earn your stripes in this league. It's like a hard league, and you learn from the veteran guys. And now that I've kind of become a veteran guy, I think I've established what my game is and kind of know what to expect of myself. And I think that helps night in and night out, knowing who you are and what you are, and maybe when you don't have your A game, what you can bring to stick out as your B game. And I've been very fortunate to get some good opportunities on the teams I've been on and play on some good teams, and that always helps you produce too.
Now, in addition to the offense, you do have 100 penalty minutes or more in three straight seasons, too. You bring that sandpaper. In addition to yourself, some of the other moves we've seen for the Silver Knights this summer, it does look like they're trying to add that edge. Do you get that sense that's one of the reasons you were brought in?
Yeah, I mean, especially the signings, like there's nothing short of being a tough team helps everybody get space and helps you feel bigger. And I think if you look at the recent Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, they were pretty heavy all the way around and gritty and a hard team to play against. And that's the kind of style and the kind of team I want to play on. So I'm really excited to get there. And I know that's how we're going to be coached, is to play hard and gritty and use that skill when we get that space. And it's all exciting. I mean, that's what fans want to see, is hard nosed hockey and scoring a bunch of goals. So that'll be exciting.
As you mentioned, this is going to be your seventh full pro season that you're coming into, and you also played a hard style at Bowling Green as well in college. I wonder, as you get further along in your career, playing the gritty net front style that you do, does that get harder to do over time, or is it just who you are?
I think it's just something that when you're not playing well, you got to lean on that. And when you're not doing it, you're not going to find success. So for me, I think it's easy to just kind of know that's what I'm supposed to do, and that's how I find success. And I mean, that's why I've stuck around as long as I have as an older guy here, and maybe not someone that's on everyone's radar all the time. So it's just something I enjoy doing. I know that's how I'm going to find success, and it's just who I am as a player.
I feel like Silver Knights fans already know Mitch McLain pretty well because they've heard me say your name a lot over the last two seasons. I went back, I did my homework, and it confirmed what I already thought. If I'm not mistaken, you scored 5 goals against the Silver Knights over the last two seasons. Did that come up in any of the conversations with Henderson? Is there for Henderson's perspective, if you can't beat him, join him mentality?
I don't know if that's the case. I think it helps when you play well in front of the people that are watching you. But I mean, that was just one of the things. I found success against Henderson in the past, but I think it's because I love playing in that rink so much. I mean, the building's always rocking, the energy is always high. They put on a great show. It's just an awesome place to play, and the vibes are always high. So I think it was just a perfect storm, maybe for myself, that it worked out that way. And I'm just really excited. Hopefully, I can continue to do that when I'm there.
And having played against the Silver Knights a decent amount the last two seasons, you're familiar with them as an opponent. What were some of the things about the organization and how they do business that you saw from across the way that made it an appealing option for you?
I just think that it's a first class organization, and especially being a new team, I think that they know how to operate and they know how to treat people. And that's the one thing from talking to guys that have been there in the past or guys that are there now is it's a first class organization and everyone's treated so well. I mean, that's why you play. That's what makes players want to go to a place like that. And it's just one of those things, again, like I'm super excited to see what it's all about.
One of the other things you're going to be brought for, of course, is leadership and experience. You've been a leader in the past in your career. You've worn letters in college and in pro. And I'm curious, you just coming from Calgary, Brett Sutter just announced his retirement. He's one of the most renowned AHLers in that category. What did you learn from him and other prominent leaders throughout your career that has made an impact on you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed. When I first started my career, I played with Cal O'Reilly, who he just signed another contract and he's up there in age and he's been around for a long time. And then I got to play with Brett Sutter. And I mean, just the way those guys operate and the way they treat young guys and how hard they play still at their age and how much they love coming to the rink. I mean, if you can't pick up things from that, just those things right there, I mean, you're in the wrong business. And I mean, I've kind of built a way on working through getting scratched and grinding for contracts. And when you play and get your chance, you have to capitalize and just sticking with it, that kind of mentality. And so I think I'm good for young guys that are trying to grind and get to maybe their NHL dream or sticking in the American League every night. I think I've had experience enough with that that I can kind of show them the way and help them along the way as well.
This will be your fourth AHL team: Iowa, Milwaukee, Calgary, and now Henderson. So you know what it's like coming into a new locker room, coming into a new setting, and any culture shock that may or may not come with that. But what do you prepare yourself for during the summer as you get ready for training camp?
I just try to be ready to play hockey. At the end of the day, my personality kind of brings that self out with my hockey. And in the room, I enjoy coming to the rink, and I'm not a quiet person per se. I mean, I don't want to step on any toes, but I'll find my voice in the locker room definitely. And I think that's one of the big things that I do bring is I bring energy, and I'm a vocal leader as well. And I like to have fun with my teammates, and I like an upbeat locker room. So I think that's one of the things I just try to worry about my hockey, and then my voice will kind of carry in as I'm playing well.
What does the rest of the summer look like for you, both in terms of training and preparation, and also as good a news as this was for you, this contract, it also is going to require some moving as well. So what do the next couple of months look like?
Yeah, I mean, I got all my stuff packed into a storage unit at our lake place there, and I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna live, and that's where I'm gonna lean on guys that have been there. Uh, Jake Bischoff, who I think he's coming back, and I've known him my whole life, kind of growing up playing against him, and so I'm gonna have to lean on some guys for some ideas before I pack up the U-Haul and drive there. But at the end of the day, we just got a hockey camp here that we're always on the ice for all summer long. Done mid-August, and we have a good group of pros that skate from my hometown. So we get our work in and we enjoy it, and hopefully it's going to be a little more relaxing here the back half of summer.
Tell me a little bit more about the hockey camp that you're working with.
Yeah, we started a hockey camp a few years ago. COVID happened and it kind of washed away the summer programs around town. And also us being around, we got to see maybe what we could help with or what they were teaching that maybe was out of date or just that we could give a little more in the summer. And so a few of us pros and one guy that coaches in WHL with Medicine Hat Tigers, we started a hockey camp, and we do ages 6 all the way up to 18. And we just try to help as much as we can in the summer and give them some feedback and some pro tips. And the one thing we always tell them is we're still playing, we're still pros, we're not coaches necessarily. We're just trying to help you guys as teammates and help them get to the next level with hockey. So it's been a fun experience the last 4 summers, and it's something that hopefully we can keep doing and giving back to the area.
That's great stuff, Mitch. As you mentioned, you're going to lean on some new teammates, where to live, and so learning some things about the Vegas Valley. But is there anything on your list when you get to Vegas, things that you're looking forward to getting to?
I think I'm more excited for the winter. I've always been somewhere where it's cold and the snow, and which I don't mind, but I'm excited to see what the winter's about, where I can go maybe to the golf course or the golf range on my birthday in December, like one of those deals. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a great place to live, and I'm just really excited to get there and see it all.
Well, Mitch, between where to live or things to do, lean on your teammates, but also check the comments underneath this video wherever it's posted. I'm sure you'll get some suggestions there too.
Yeah, I will. I will for sure.
Mitch, it's great to meet you. Welcome aboard, and we look forward to seeing you this October.
Yeah, thank you. Can't wait to see you.